Hi, I'm Tracy Walls, and I'd like to take just a couple minutes to go through an I&E on-demand course, Azure Administration Virtual Network Management. This course has 7 different topic areas, and I'd like to go through those really quickly with you just so you know what's in this course. Let's start out talking about provisioning virtual networks. That's what we're going to start out doing. And really, that's a pretty straightforward topic. We'll talk about the options for provisioning virtual networks, what some of the parameters are, and we're also going to take a look at IP addressing and how that plays into the way that you provision your virtual network. Next, we're going to talk about network management. So we'll talk about things like routing and network security groups and application security groups. And then we're going to move on and talk about monitoring virtual networks. And we have quite a number of different monitoring options. So we'll look at monitoring individual items. We'll talk about Network Watcher, and we'll also look a little bit at troubleshooting. Okay. Next, we're going to talk about Azure DNS. We'll talk about both Azure Public DNS zones as well as Azure Private DNS zones. Okay. Straightforward. And then we're going to look at the Azure load balancing options. And in particular, we're going to take a look at 2 different load balancing options. So we're going to talk about the Azure Load Balancer as well as the Azure Application Gateway. Okay. And when we're talking about networking, of course, we're going to have to talk about network connectivity. And we're really going to look at 2 very important elements of network connectivity. We're going to look at network peering within the Azure environment, but then we're also going to look at using a gateway to integrate your on-premises networking into the Azure environment. All right? And our last topic area is network access. And we have really 3 primary topics within this topic area. The first is going to be the Azure Firewall. So we're going to talk about what Azure Firewall is and how you can set it up. Right. We're also going to look at what an Azure Virtual WAN is. What does this provide for you? And again, how do you go about configuring that? And finally, we're going to look at one of my favorite topics, which is Azure Bastion. Now, it doesn't actually look like that, but I couldn't get a good graphic of Azure Bastion itself, so I went and found something that was under Creative Commons, and I thought it was a pretty cool picture. So in any case, that's what we're covering in this course. I hope you'll come on over to ine.com and join me for it.